And the question we were answering is, what then do we need to have in place in order to ensure that if there is a peace, if there is a ceasefire, it is a lasting ceasefire? I'm very glad that we began that work months ago now, and we've had our military planners from a number of countries working on plans. They are plans for the air, for the sea, and yes, for land. And the fourth component is strengthening the Ukrainian capability itself to ensure that that remains in place and is stronger after any ceasefire. So they're the four component parts. That does include a land element. I'm satisfied, and so are the other members of the coalition, the willing, that those plans are now completed as far as they can be until we get to a ceasefire, which is why we had the meeting of the coalition of the willing last week to sign off those plans. But they are advanced plans now. They are capable of being operationalised. I am convinced that we've got to this stage that it's important we did that work now. I wouldn't want to start that work after a ceasefire because it takes time to get military plans that are pretty specific in place. We now have them in place. There's a headquarters in Paris, which has been now in place for about a month. And most importantly, and often the most difficult, we've got a command structure in place so that the plans can move from the plan stage to being operationalised very quickly. And so that's the path as I see it. Strengthen Ukraine with capability, have the lever of sanctions and further sanctions in relation to Russia to put the pressure on, get to a point where there's a ceasefire, and then ensure that any ceasefire is lasting, fair and enduring. And that's where the work of the coalition of the willing has been so important. And as I say, I'm very pleased that last week we got to the point of saying the military plans are now developed as far as they need to be. And we've got command structures in place so we can operationalise it. Thank you all very much.